Hi everyone who's watching on the replay, really appreciate you joining us, and I really just wanted to say thank you for being part of this journey as I get really real, raw and show you behind the scenes and open up really openly and honestly to you about what goes on behind the scenes running our business. Those of you who are in here jumping in live, just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to share this broadcast now. As you know, whenever I do this, whenever I go live, I have a second device, and on the second device I tend to go on and share the broadcast out onto my other platforms. Anyone else who wants to share it, if you enjoy the content I put out and you think someone needs to hear it, please do share this or tag them below, and don't forget, hit the follow or subscribe at the bottom if you haven't already, and follow the hashtag ImTristanG in order to keep up to date with all of the latest updates. So just give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to quickly jump over here and do this share. Again, the way I do this is when I go live, I take the link and then I take that link from the post and I go over to buffer on my other device and share that out across our other platforms. It also gives people an opportunity who haven't seen the broadcast go live to come over and to join the broadcast, which I really appreciate you guys sharing and getting more people involved. I think quite often we see this glossy image of people on social media, and this is a real behind the scenes so that people get a real look at what happens day to day in my life, in my business world, and how I interact and engage with people. And also, I've had a couple of people today asking about specifically what platforms I use. So I'm having a little connectivity issue, so I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to rely on you guys to share this out and to invite people because my second connection seems to have just dropped out. Okay, I really wanted to talk today a little bit about not taking things so personally. So many people get caught up when something happens. If someone says they can't do something with you and they decide to do it with someone else, if someone says something nasty about you online, if someone in fact, this is a fantastic day to talk about this because today I have personally been the attack of somebody malicious online who has tried to attack every single entity that I have online, and as a result that's actually just opened my eyes to a new way to look at it, and I wanted to share that with you guys. You could really take it personally and you could think this person's out to destroy me, out to do this. It actually tells you a whole lot about the person behind doing that, whether it's that they've lied to you and gone and done something, whether they just let you down, whether they've maliciously attacked you. That whole story isn't actually about you, that's actually about them. It's how they choose to live their life, and it doesn't have to be how you choose to live your life. You have to take responsibility for your own life and how you react to things. You can't control all the other people, you can't change the other people as much as you might want to. People try to do it in friendships, relationships, families. You can't ever change the other side. The only side that you can change is your side of the equation. And in order to improve your situation, one of those things you can do is change your outlook on things. As you change your outlook, the whole situation changes, and therefore it appears that the other person changes. You might affect a change in them by your attitude when you come to conversations, when you come to arguments, when you come to discussions, when you come to just day-to-day dealing with people. If you change and you have this positive outlook, if you're looking for the good and you're way more accepting, you're way more empathetic, it actually suddenly changes the whole dynamic of all your conversations, all your relationships, and everything to do with how your day-to-day world operates. And I really wanted to challenge you guys to have a little think about that as we discuss this. As I said today, somebody specifically targeted my websites, my emails and my social media platforms all across the board. In fact, it turns out they actually targeted them last night but the way that the internet works, stuff propagates at different rates. And so obviously it became apparent today. I could have got really wound up about it, I could have got cross about it, but actually it was a fantastic opportunity for me to reach out to all of you guys in my community and to appeal to you to deal with things differently. Don't get angry, because you're wasting your energy in that anger, and you're actually giving all your focus back to the situation and those people. Change your reaction to things. You're not going to change the situation, it's happened, but change how you react to the situations when they do happen, and that will change how smooth your days are, how smooth your relationships are, how smooth all your interactions and engagements are with other people. Another thing I really want to encourage you to do as a result of this is, if you don't already, most online service providers offer what's called two-part authentication. That requires you to have not only a password, because people worry about people finding out their passwords. It's something you know, which is your password, and something you have, which quite often will be your mobile. So people will be able to, when you let's use Google as an example. So if I was to log into my Gmail account to check my emails, when I go to log into that, it will, when I log in, I put my password in, that's what I know. And then it will send me a message to my phone, which gives me the thing that I own. So it's something you know and something you own, and you have to have both to be able to do it. So even if someone finds out your password, they won't then be allowed to access the account. So it makes things way more secure for you. So have a little think about that, the importance of that, especially around your email accounts. A lot of people I know just starting up, or in their business but haven't got across to professional emails and things like that, haven't got two-part authentication set up generally. And Gmail, even on the free version, you can sign up for two-part authentication in the free Gmail app. So make sure you do that. The other thing you can use is Google has a thing called Google Authenticator. Anyone who's done anything with online banking will be used to this. You'll get another device where you press a button and it shows you a number. What that's doing is it's regularly changing the code. So you'd need your password and the code in order to be able to get in. Google Authenticator basically does the same thing. So it shows the code, and the code just constantly updates. So when you go to log in, there's the chance of anybody else who doesn't have your authenticator being able to get on is basically tiny. So you're removing any element of risk. The whole point with this is look after yourself and secure yourself. This is your well-being and your safety and security in the online space. Obviously, online is such a massive part of the business world now. It's super important to get a better understanding. I talk a lot around cloud computing, storing stuff in the cloud. That's basically just talking about things that are on the web. So like cloud storage, so iCloud, Dropbox, Box, Google Drive are all cloud storage solutions, which are effectively hard drive space on a server. So as far as the general public are concerned, it is up on the internet, so it's accessible from anywhere using a browser. So when you go to the internet, you can log in and you can get access to that information. Really important to keep that really safe and secure. More importantly than all of the information, all of the data there, is your own safety, security and well-being. Have a think about what you choose to share online and how you react to things online. So many people see a status and they feel they have to write something, they have to engage. There's people getting angry. I'm going to use Donald Trump as a quick example, because in a meeting yesterday I actually brought up Donald Trump as a perfect example of the ideal piece of social media content right now is a picture of Donald Trump. He might be completely irrelevant to your business, but if you post about Donald Trump and a controversial statement, or a do you like him or do you hate him statement on social media, nearly everyone in the world has an opinion on Donald Trump. And the way that social media is training people feel they should and have to share that opinion, and they will go online and post and, oh, he's an idiot, or he's great, he's the best thing that America's ever had. Whatever their opinion is, they feel they have to share it, they have to engage. And what actually would happen, and the reason that's a great piece of social content, is it's not so great social content in context of your business per se, but in terms of visibility of people engaging with your brand, you'll get more likes or more reactions. So they might all be angry, but you'll get lots of reactions on your page. Every time someone engages with your page, all of their friends group suddenly sees it. So it's a great dynamic for that. what I want you to think about is keeping yourself out of those really negative spaces where there's lots of arguments and conversations. Think everything that you put on the internet is there forever. Have a little think about that. If you make a statement online, it is there forever, because you might only put it up and delete it 5 seconds later. Someone else can screenshot that and reshare it and remind you of the mistake that you made. So everything that you're doing online, be really thoughtful about that process of what you share, where you put it. I'm going to keep this one down to about 10 minutes. Apologies. Down to about 10 minutes because I want to jump off. I've got another broadcast going live on another topic this evening, which is going to be at 9:30 GMT, so UK time. So in about 20 minutes I'll be coming back on. 15-20 minutes I'll be jumping back on here, and that is a pure fire broadcast all about how actually, I'm not going to give you the topic. Make sure you check it out. It's going to be on All Things Networking's Facebook page, so you'll be able to jump over there. So it's allthingsnetworking.com on Facebook, so fb.com/All Things Networking. If anyone wants to drop that in the links, the comments underneath, that'd be amazing. I'm going to be on there in about 15-20 minutes, giving a probably about 15 minutes of pure fire around one of the topics that is in the header image, the cover image of that page. So jump over there. There's 6 topics up in there in the title. I'll be going hard for 15 minutes talking about one of those topics. I'm not going to tell you which one. Tune in about 15 minutes and catch me over there. Thank you again for spending some time with me this evening. Thanks for the reactions. Thanks to everyone here. Apologies for not catching the comments. I wanted to fire through this and remind you guys what I needed to tell you, and also get myself off quickly so I can be properly prepared and super high energy to deliver to you again in 15 minutes. If you want to follow this journey, the hashtag again is ImTristanG, and as soon as I've solved the one of the attacks that happened online, you'll also be able to use tristangriffiths.com/YouTube to catch up on all of the broadcasts that I'm doing. They go up 24 hours after they've been on Facebook. They'll be up on YouTube in a playlist for you to watch back and catch up on any that you've missed. Thank you once again. If anyone else you know needs to hear this, which is everybody on the internet with this one because it's a safety, security and well-being one, tag them below and share this broadcast. Don't forget, follow, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in about 15 minutes.